Hey, what's up, guys? It's Tom Clark over at TFCIV MMA, and we are back. We got an extra special guest, just a little couple days till fight week. Matt Frevola, how are you, man?
I'm doing good, man. Just closing out fight camp. Just had my last hard sparring session and it went great. So I'm feeling good.
There we go. I know you. I've heard you a couple times on Anik Florian and some other shows. I know you said you've been training pretty heavily all year, but usually when does camp begin for you? About how many weeks out do you kind of start that full training camp mode?
Man, it starts as soon as I get notice. But I like to, the more notice the better for me. But I always shoot for anywhere between like, you know, eight eight to 8 to 12 weeks, somewhere in between there. This fight I had a 9 week notice.
There we go, man. And of course, I'm sure being around Billy Q and then some other guys, it really kind of helps you get kind of in that grind even a little earlier with his fight coming up. Obviously, your teammate Aljamain is going to be the headliner for this one. How nice has it been having him and Marab kind of back in the gym over the last couple of weeks to kind of get ready for this fight? I know he kind of goes between Vegas and coming back home. So just how much has that helped the atmosphere, him and Marab being back?
Oh man, it's great. Whenever Aljo and Marab are back home, it elevates the entire gym. Everyone's fired up, and we're both finishing camp. We both spar on the same days, and it's awesome. Just the environment and the energy. It's everything's looking great.
I love it, man. So I spoke with Ray on Sunday, and he kind of told me the same thing. He said these sparring sessions have been awesome. You guys have so many killers in that gym. Who have you been your primary training partners so far for this camp? I know you usually do some training with Aljo, Bazooka, Nas. Is it mostly those guys or anybody else in there?
Yeah, for this camp, I've been sparring Bazooka and Nas a lot. But even while out, I was sparring with Dylan Montello. I was getting a couple of rounds in with Kid. I've been boxing with Armando Gage. Um, and really, anybody was sparring with Bazooka when he was getting ready for his fight. Really, that's what's so good about our team. We have so many high level fighters that are all hungry and they all they all work hard. So I'm always here for anybody who needs the work, and that's how we do it.
And with your opponent, Drew Dober, a lot of people, he's been on quite the run as of late. He's had some great knockout wins. I mean, what do you see in this matchup that you think favors you? I know you've been a knockout guy in the past. Do you see this being another one of those slugfests? Or I know when I spoke to Ray, he said this may be a little bit more of a full MMA fight. So, I mean, how do you see this fight going, man?
Yeah, we'll see. I'm prepared for it all. I'm a complete mixed martial artist. The last guy I was supposed to take down and submit to, but I knocked him out. So we'll see. If I feel like I could finish him anywhere. I could knock him out with my hands. I could knock him out with my kicks. I could take him down. I could ground and pound him. I could submit him. So that's what makes mixed martial arts so exciting, because there's so many ways to win and there's so many aspects to the fight game. And the way that I put everything together, I think is my real strong point. I might not be the best in each specific art, but the way that I blend it all together in the cage is where I shine.
100%, man. And with him, a lot of people look at this as, hey, this is Matt's biggest fight. This is a huge step up. But a lot of people forget that you fought Arman Saryukian on, what was it, a day's notice?
Yeah.
You beat Jalen Turner. So you have experience against these kind of top level guys. Is there anything you see in Drew that you think you haven't seen before? Or do you think is there anything there that he offers that you haven't seen? Or
No, man. I mean, he's got two arms and he's got two legs, and he's got a chin that when I hit him on the chin, he's gonna go to sleep. He's a man. He's just a man. He's a human. He bleeds like I bleed, and he could get knocked out just like the rest of them.
yeah, there we go. And your last fight was at MSG, man. You had that crowd rolling, second straight first round knockout. I bet it was awesome being in front of the home crowd. This one is almost kind of like a home game to you as well. Newark's not too far. Is this almost better than MSG because you get to be on the card with Aljamain? We obviously know he can't fight in New York. So do you almost prefer this being on the card with him, or was MSG just something that's never going to be touched?
It's definitely cool fighting on the same card as Aljo. But you know, MSG is definitely the world's most famous arena for a reason. You know, New York over Jersey all day.
There we go, man. There we go. New York's been making some moves. I'm a Pats fan, so I wasn't too happy about seeing you guys get Aaron Rodgers. But hey, it is what it is, man.
Oh, we're coming now. The Pats are the worst team in the division.
Dude, it's not a switch up I was ready for. I got to grow up and just see championships, and now it's been kind of tough, and everyone else is stacking up. But
you got spoiled early. But hey, you know it'll be a competitive division.
It certainly will be, man. And so kind of just finishing up with you, man. Obviously, this is a very hyped up fight. It was going to be on the main card until Bilal versus Burns got added. So then it got bumped down. I remember Chris Curtis before UFC 287. He was kind of upset he wasn't on the main card. And then he spoke to Mick and those guys. And it's really this spot really gets so many viewers because it's right before the pay-per-view and they kind of try and put the most entertaining fights in that slot. I mean, do you kind of like that spot more than being on the pay-per-view because you know you're going to have millions of eyes on you?
Yeah, you know, I like the spot. I know, you know, I'll be fighting at around like 9:30, which I like that. I guess the only cool part about being on the main card would be going to the press conference because I've never done that. And then, you know, the people get to see my walkout and stuff on the pay-per-view. But you know, I'm a man of the people, so might as well let the people watch me for free on ESPN.
There we go. Speaking of the walkout, are we gonna get the trumpets again?
Of course, man. That's my battle cry now. The trumpets, man. Timmy Trumpet, shout out. Yeah, that's, you know, I've always switched up my walkout song. And I was like, all right, you know, when I find one that really sticks, I'm gonna keep it. And you know, we found it. Yeah, we found it with the trumpets. It just gives me that vibe. It gets the crowd going, and it's my song now.
There we go, man. I love it. I love those signature walkouts, and I love that you finally got one. So it's going to be good. And then just wrapping up, man, what's the official prediction? Next Saturday night. I mean, do you think it's a knockout? Do you see it going a different way? What's the official prediction from the man himself?
I'm going to finish Drew Dober by any means necessary.
Let's go, man. I cannot wait. Well, before we wrap up, you have anybody else you want to shout out or anything there?
Yeah, man, just thank you to my team. You know, a lot of people, you just see, you know, one fighter in that cage, you know, fighting another fighter, but you don't realize how much of you need a team. You know, you need a team behind you. So thank you everyone at Longo and Weidman and Sarah BJJ and Acceleration Sports Training. And you know, just everybody who believes in me.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Matt. Can't wait to see you out there next week and wishing you the best of luck to pull off that underdog upset, my man.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Nice talking to you.
You as well. Thanks.
Boom.